Alright guys, so welcome back to another episode of I Am I. I Am I. So, I am up here it's kind of pretty cool. I'm up at a glassblowing festival in, I honestly have no fucking clue where I am. Where the hell am I going? Somewhere in the middle of Pennsylvania, or on the edge of Pennsylvania. It's been pretty amazing. I know nothing about glass blowing, so this is a completely new experience for me. It's incredible to see some of this artistry and some of this technique. It's absolutely fascinating. It's a whole world that I never even knew existed. So, okay, let me break it down. You know, it's kind of easy. I like to pick these places like out in the middle of nowhere and stuff to do this because it can be very vulnerable. And people are like, wow, it's really admirable what you're doing. And I'm like, it's really no big deal. You know, it's me and a camera in the middle of the woods, right? So it's not like I'm even face to face with you guys saying this stuff. So it makes it a lot easier to admit this stuff, but I got to get something just like off my chest. I got to get out there. I just got to come out and say it. Because it's been really bothering me. And it's like eating me alive inside for a pretty long time. And some people probably are not going to be surprised, you know. They'll be like, yeah, that makes sense. So I bought a selfie stick. You know, you know what? I don't care. I'm proud. I'm proud of it. All right. I took it right up to that counter. There was no shame in it. There was no judgment. You know, I used to have judgment in my heart, but I'm using it right now. I'm using it right fucking now. And let me tell you something. It has got so many different amazing uses. Oh, right there. Right there. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. What? Oh, shit. Fuck. I mean, countless, endless possibilities. I have no idea which direction I'm supposed to be going in.
I want to go that way.
Okay, but I mean, look at that. Whoa! Whoa! Selfie stick! I broke it, so it might not. Let's get down to business here, okay? If I'm gonna be judging people for buying selfie sticks, I'll get into judgment. Oh my God, there's a world of judgment. All of us who are judging people, I can't even get into that right now. But all those kids that are too cool for school and are judging other people, you're all doing it. You're all doing it all day, every day. Anyway, so am I. We are all doing it. I shouldn't say you. We're all in this shit together. We are all in this together. So, I want to get started on a foundation of some of the work. You know, we've been having a lot of fun, or now back to the first person pronoun of singular. I've been having a lot of fun. I don't know if we have been, but I'm sure shit having a lot of fun. But I want to get a solid foundation of some of the work that's really this kind of stuff, really talking about it, that can be actually very practical, like I said. And not just going off tangentially, but actually talking about this and spreading some of the knowledge that I have accrued and instituted in my life and have seen results. So this is coming basically from a Vedantic philosophy perspective, all right? So it's the Vedas, V-E-D-A-S. Ancient Hindu scriptures, and it's not a religious affiliation in any way, shape, or form. It's just it's a philosophy, a way of life, of understanding who we are as human beings, really. Okay, so basically that is how we're going to change and grow. And that's if you're suffering right now, because the bottom line is, and it's not about blame, right? It's not about blame. I'll say that a lot of this stuff I'm going to repeat, but it's about responsibility. We now have a responsibility for our lives. Whatever's happened in the past, whatever you've done, or whatever's happened to you in the past, that I'll get into judgment later, but that's all over. Now, it's not about blaming. It's recognizing where we are at now and moving forward here with a responsibility for our lives. We're the only ones that are responsible for our emotions, our thoughts, and our actions, okay? And that will be what breeds your life. So, to break it down, and this seems maybe really simple, but it's very, very powerful if you institute it in your life. There are a few constituents of human beings. And it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm going to break it down very simply to start, okay? There's the body, physical body. We all know that, right? We're definitely familiar with that one, all right? And then there is the mind, which can sometimes be called the heart, but I think it's better to call it the mind because it's different into an understanding of people think they follow their hearts. Well, I'm just following my heart. No, you're not. You're following your thoughts, which are creating your emotions, okay? So this is huge. This will transform your life. I thought I was following my heart. I was in love. No, you're attached. We'll get into that a whole nother time, attachment versus love. But, so the mind is the next part. And we all live in the body and mind. That's pretty much it. 99% of humanity is stuck in the body and mind. Those are real numbers, by the way. I've run the numbers. I've seen the statistics. I don't make shit up. This is factual hard science, okay? So 99% of us live in the mind and the body. And that's what isolates us, right? That's what makes us separate. This is my body, my mind, my thoughts. This is what I think. Again, now, of course, these are all my thoughts, so I'm just spreading them. But so that is really where the danger comes in, because the mind is a beautiful, amazing thing. It is a great place to visit, but I would not want to live there, okay? And this is not theoretical. On top of the mind, I'll mention this sometimes, there's something called the intellect. And the intellect is logical thought and reason. The intellect, it's kind of almost breaks down to like the id, ego, and superego, in a sense, in some ways, right? The body would be the id, it's the id, it's the natural desires. If you know Freudian philosophy and stuff, you know, the id is the natural desires, and then the ego would be the mind, the self, the little self, lowercase s self. Don't get confused with that, because I'll go back and forth, and I'll try to clarify. The little lowercase s self is the ego, and then the superego is this something higher. Is like, no, I know this is for a better cause. I need to compromise and sacrifice a little bit of myself for this or whatever, you know. So that would be basically the intellect is going to logically proceed, right, with knowledge, converting that to wisdom. Knowledge is not wisdom. Knowledge is just information, and then we have to take it into wisdom. So anyway, so there's the mind. The body, the mind, and the intellect. And then we get into the self. Oh, the self. Now, some of you might call that God. It is, some of you scientists might call it, like I said, the Higgs boson, the field, the Higgs boson field. This is the substratum of everything. And we get all philosophical and be like, it is everything, it is nothing, blah, blah, blah. That's all, fuck that. Fuck all that noise for now, right? The idea is, it is everything. So the self, capital S self, is present in everything. And it is everywhere, and it is absolute perfection. It is absolute love, universal love, not attachment, but love, right? So I could talk about this for days and days and days, but I'm gonna try to keep it simple and keep it small for this one. So basically, most of us are operating in the mind and the body, and it just happens that way. We're born into this world, we're like, what the is happening here? And it's all going to be chaos, right? So we learn things. We're growing up, and we learn, okay, this is my body. Oh, this is that. But when you're a baby, you don't even know that that's your foot, and you're sucking on your own toe. Anyway, so as we become more related to ourselves in this world, we start to be like, oh, this is my body. Yeah, this is my body. That's your body. And then this is my mind, and my mind wants things. And if we live in the mind goes towards its likes and avoids its dislikes. That's just the nature of it. So if we live in the mind, we're fucked. That is it. The mind is a beautiful thing, but it is an object to be perceived. This is huge. It is not the perceiver. So if you can get that, this can transform your life. Not from me just telling you once. This is something I work with every single day that I have to remind myself, because I have been hypnotized to believe that I am the body and I am the mind and I am the intellect even. Oh, I'm so smart because I'm pretty fucking smart. I'm not going to lie, right? But intellect even is a part of it. But as you develop the intellect, we proceed from the known to the unknown. We develop the intellect to recognize I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this intellect. I am the self. And when you operate from the self. This is where it gets heavy and it gets deep. It's very different when people say, like, there are people that believe that we are gods, and there's people that are like, no, God is outside of us, right? And if Joshua Ansley believes, because he's relating to the world from the body and the mind which is just get for me and its survival and its mechanisms and all that kind of shit, and coping mechanisms, that's where addiction comes from. It's just that instant gratification of appeasing the mind. The mind is like, seeks pleasure and avoids pain. Avoids planes too, for some of you that are really afraid of planes. And that's all in the mind. Every suffering that you're feeling, every emotion that you're feeling, it's very real. I'm not trying to diminish it. I cannot speak today. But it is all in your mind. It is all the stories that you have been telling yourself about the actual facts that are happening in this life. So we start to slowly relate to the world from the self, as the self. So when we relate to the world as Joshua Ansley, and it's very difficult because I'll talk about it, do you need to be a little bit more selfish? You need to take care of yourself, because the first stage of the work is relationship to self. Root chakra, Muladhara, is relationship to self. And then we roll up through the spine, up through the chakras, into relating to something larger. Anyway, that's fucking deep, but I'm just going to start with that. I love you, bitches. We'll get into it, but I'm telling you right now, this simple stuff, the mind, body, intellect, and the self. Understand those different things. If anybody ever has any questions, please feel free to send them, and we can address them in the vlogs or anything. I love you, bitches. Peace! Namaste! Blow it out your glass! Oh, baby! Woo! Oh, yeah, right there. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, baby! I'm a work of art. I'm God's creation.